Well, kindergartners, as you know, I finished my story about my grandson and I going to the aquarium and our experience with the stingray pool. I am going to start a new story, and I'm going to keep remembering the things that we talked about. Slice of pie, sounding out my words, remembering to focus in on the details, remembering to add word bubbles maybe, or thought bubbles. But now what I'd like to do is add some more interest into my story, because remember we want to have our feelings which add interest, but we also want to we can add some other things also. So we're going to start focusing on our senses. Now senses we actually have 5 senses, and some of them are touch and hearing and smell and taste and seeing. Now it's really hard to taste in a story, but you could always describe it. But today I'm gonna add touching into my new story. So this is my new story, and I already have a title for it called Mendocino. I haven't done the cover yet, but I did do the first page. As you can see, Mr. Fullerton and I are driving in the car, and you can see all these clouds. So, the beginning of my story, Mr. Fullerton and I went to a small town called Mendocino. Okay, here we go. When we, I know how to spell that one, when we got, oh, you know what? I don't want to write that yet. I want to say something else, so I'm going to erase this. It's okay to erase, right? Especially if we figure out something's wrong. Sometimes we can just cross out, but I want to erase that. I want to tell you that it was, now remember, was, we learned that, it's on the word wall. That sounds like you, but it's not. It was a long I, so I have to add the quiet E, long drive to get there. It was a really long drive to get there. Let's see. When we got there, it was very foggy. Fog. I have to add another G and a Y. It was very foggy. Now here's my part that I'm going to write, that I'm going to add how I how it feels, but this is kind of a, yeah, it's not really how it feels, but it's kind of like I felt like it could feel. It felt like the air was so thick. Thick. You could touch it. I don't know if you've ever been in fog, but that's kind of how fog feels. It's like when you're looking at it, you feel like you could just touch it, like you're inside a cloud. So I'm beginning my story, and I am, remember, I'm adding the who right away, telling you right away the who, and I'm telling you the what right away. And I will start focusing on my slice when I get to the next page tomorrow, and I'm going to add another one of our senses. Today's sense was the sense of touch, which I really can't touch the clouds, touch the fog, but it kind of seems like you can. Okay, keep writing on whatever it is you're writing, and remember, you can add your senses in.